ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಸ್.ಆರ್. ರಂಗನಾಥನ್ ಅವರ 133ನೇ ಜನ್ಮದಿನದ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಯನ್ಗಳಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅರ್ಚಕಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಭಾವೇನ ಶಿರೋಭವತಿ ಶಂಕರಃ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬಂತು. ಏನು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪ್ರಸಾರದ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಕೆಲಸದ ಅಧ್ವರ್ಯುಗಳಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂಥವರು ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಯನ್ಗಳು. ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಅರ್ಚಕ ಒಂದು ಶಿಲೆಗೆ ಜೀವ ತುಂಬಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ದೇವರು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ಪ್ರಭಾವವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಅರ್ಚಕ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಹೋಗುವಂಥ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಗ್ರಂಥಪಾಲಕ ಯಾರಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಓದುಗರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓದುಗರ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಯನ್ನು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಬರುವಂಥ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಬಹು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ, ಗುರುತರವಾದ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಗ್ರಂಥಪಾಲಕರ ಮೇಲಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಗ್ರಂಥಪಾಲಕರದ್ದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಆ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಗ್ರಂಥಪಾಲಕರು ಕೂಡ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪ್ರಸಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಕುರುಹೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಮಿಥಿಕ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಅನೇಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅನೇಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮಿಥಿಕ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿನ ಜನ ಗುರ್ತಿಡಿಯೋದು ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಯಿಂದನೇ. ಮಿಥಿಕ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸರ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಸಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ್ದು ಒಂದು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುಸಜ್ಜಿತವಾದಂಥ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸುಸಜ್ಜಿತವಾಗಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮುಖ ಗಂಟಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಗ್ರಂಥಪಾಲಕರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆಕರ್ಷಕವಾಗತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪ್ರಸಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡುಗೆಯನ್ನು ಅದು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ ಆಧಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಶುಭೋದಯ. Good morning to every one of you. Today we have assembled here for the National Librarians Day, and this is the very first time that Mythic Society is hosting this particular event. As you all know very well that Shyali Ramamirta Ranganathan, known as S.R. Ranganathan, is the father of the library, and basically he was an Indian librarian and a mathematician. He is known for his 5 laws of library science and the first classification system he brought in the library. He is considered the father of the library science, documentation and information science. So his birthday is observed as every year's National Librarian Day in India. He was born on the 12th August 1982 and he served for about 80 years for the field of library. So, celebrating the birthday of S.R. Ranganathan, Mythic Society decided to start the event of the practice of celebrating the National Library Day every year because we have a wonderful library. First of all, I welcome everyone for this function. And today with us we have the guest with us Dr. Ashok Dalwai. He is the chief guest of the function today. And Dr. Ashok Dalwai, he is currently the chairman of the Karnataka Agricultural Prize Commission. He is the chairman of Institute for Social and Economic Change, ISEC. We have today's function a keynote address by Dr. Umeshareddy. Dr. Umeshareddy is the librarian in the Indian Institute of Science.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಶುಭೋದಯ. I'm not a good speaker, so for a while I can attract you to the slides. So if I have slides, it becomes easier for me to speak. So yeah, good morning everyone. Dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Shri Ashok Dalwai, Chairman, Karnataka Agriculture Prize Commission, and Chairman, Institute for Social Economic Change, Bengaluru. Shri V. Nagaraj, President, Mythic Society, distinguished members, Honorable Secretary and staff from the Mythic Society, then distinguished delegates, scholars, professors from Mysore University, then professors from Mythic Society, and guests, ladies and gentlemen. So it's indeed a great pleasure and an honor for me to deliver this keynote address at this very pioneering institute, which is doing a great job to advance the historical scholarship and fostering a vibrant research community. So first of all, I would like to congratulate and extend my sincere appreciation to this Mythic Society, the management of Mythic Society, Shri Librarian Shri Srinivasanji, and all the staff members, organizing team at Mythic Society for organizing this wonderful and very important symposium on deciphering the past, enriching the present, epigraphy, Indic studies and libraries' role in historical research, to bring together historians, researchers and scholars from various disciplines for fostering a rich exchange of ideas among research scholars. So today is a very special day, especially for the library science and information science professionals. Today being 12th August, we are celebrating National Librarians Day in the remembrance of National Professor Shriyali Ramamrita Ranganathan, who is also popularly known as Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, who spearheaded library development in India. And on this occasion, I extend a warm greetings and the best wishes to all of you. So, as Honorable Secretary already mentioned, Dr. Ranganathan was an Indian librarian, mathematician, and visionary whose groundbreaking contributions to library science earned him the title Father of Library Science. He, in fact, done a lot of work to improve the status of the profession, to standardize the professional services. In contribution, in recognition of the contribution what he has contributed to the library science profession, Government of India awarded Padma Shri to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. So some of the major contributions, as you see on the slides, these according to me these four are the So these four are the major contributions that we can say from Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. He has actually formulated 5 laws of library science, which actually laid philosophical and ethical foundation for modern library services what we are providing today. And he was passionate advocate for standardization. He has standardized library services. He has in fact introduced his own classification scheme, and he has written a lot of books which has actually helped us standardize a lot of services that we provide today in the library. And he was actually instrumental in introducing departments, library and information science departments in many of the universities in India. And he actually founded a lot of institutes. He has in fact started Indian Libraries Association. He has founded DRTC in Bengaluru. He was very pivotal in founding Institute in Delhi. This is the article that we have, that was published in Hindu. The title itself says he was a reluctant librarian. When he was, teaching mathematics at Presidency College, he was made librarian of Madras University. So he was really unaware what is going on in library science. So he was deputed to the School of Librarianship in University College London. He completed a professional library course. Then he actually devised his own classification scheme. Little did he know that he would be doyen of another domain at that time. So then eventually he became a father of library science in India. So there are, both the Mythic Society and IISc, where I am coming from, both share some strong bonding. Both founded in the year 1909, completed 115 years of its own legacy. As Honorable Secretary mentioned, Mythic Society is, pioneering institute, doing a lot of work in Indic studies, and also IISc is, very top ranked research institute in India. As very well known for its own research output. So IISc also well known research institute. It's highly ranked, especially in terms of research output and also number of citations per faculty. As Secretary already mentioned, Honorable Secretary mentioned, Maurice Travers was the first director of IISc, and he was also the first president of Mythic Society. And that way, these two institutes are already well connected and shared a similar, bonding. So when we look at the history of the library, these libraries are very much part of civilization. These are integral part of preservation and transmission of knowledge across generations. Apart from that, they are also doing a great support. They are also extending a great support towards academic research. And also when you look at the evolution of collections, see from scrolls to bytes, libraries have always been evolving to adapt to the technological changes and also societal needs. So they have adapted new technology. They have also embraced new formats with storing the required information in meeting the diverse needs of the users. So initially, this Library of Alexandria, one of the famous libraries from 3rd century, which has a vast collection of scrolls from different civilizations. That time it was a center of, for scholarship in the ancient world, attracted many scholars from, different regions of the world. Then another library, we can say Library of Ashurbanipal in Iraq, which was the first systematically organized library, having, information in the form of clay tablets and cuneiforms. In medieval times, monasteries played an important role, and that transition from scrolls to bound manuscripts in the form of codices has happened. Because codices were available in the bound volumes, it was easy for the scholars to retrieve required information without unrolling the big scrolls. So that transition has happened. And the importance of these kind of especially the medieval period is these monks were very fond of decorated scripts. So they painstakingly with the help of artists, they decorated a lot of manuscripts. So then, in 15th century, Gutenberg invented the printing press, which has actually transformed, revolutionized, the information dissemination. So there was, mass production of books has started happening, and because of that transition, public libraries, even subscription-based, public libraries have started evolving. Then in 19th century, Melville Dewey introduced Dewey Decimal Classification, which actually helped adapt classification system in many of the libraries across the world, and also card catalogs. And later in modern libraries, the digital revolution has happened. Libraries started embracing, different formats of information, including e-books, journals, and many other electronic formats. And also library started automating its own services. Now we can say that it's a mix of both. We call them as hybrid libraries. We have both print as well as both are indispensable. We cannot do away with any of them. So we have to manage the library with both the formats. So as you see, many of the important features of these hybrid libraries are seamless integration we can do, and also important thing about this hybrid collection or hybrid libraries, accessibility beyond. Nowadays, library, we proactively provide a lot of services. There is no physical boundary. Users can access anything from the library at their own comforts, at home, office, even on the go. And also beauty of this, accessibility is they can even collaborate with other research scholars virtually, right? So they don't even have to come to library. So that's a different problem for us as a professionals. We have to prove that library is needed. So because new younger generation, they don't realize that actually information is coming from the library. They think that we are just getting on our screens, but behind the screen, a lot of work that has been done from the professional side. So that users have to realize, and also community has to support the library existence. So these days, customizable interactive learning experiences is also possible. Nature Publisher is the first publisher who introduced interactive textbooks called as Principles of Biology. The beauty of the textbook is, class teacher can design the curricula. Then, as class is going on, students are free to comment on the curricula. Then it can be customized. License will remain stay with the students even after graduation. And then dynamic data analytics is also one of the features of hybrid collection. What we do is we collect a lot of data based on information seeking behavior, then user behavior. So based on that, we estimate, or we can even devise new services which will be useful for the future generations. So of course, libraries does a lot of work in preserving the cultural heritage. Then multimedia content can also be integrated with the traditional text format. So I don't have to provide the definition. I just want to tell you that normal research, as you know, that it's a creation of new knowledge or using the existing knowledge in a new way, so that there can be new understanding or new models can be created. Whereas historical research, basically it's a qualitative research method which involves systematic inquiry into past events, but it requires a lot of primary and secondary sources. Though dependency on library is more in historical research, so they are in library is very much needed. That's what I want to highlight here. So as you know, the key advantages of historical research and the why the libraries are required for them. So basically, it uncovers new information. It tells us some unknown facts about our own history, which is actually helpful in filling the knowledge gaps. Then it improves the understanding. Many times, historians gives us new perspectives about the old facts. So which also helps us, better understanding our own past. Then identifying the patterns and trends. Many times historical research, what they do is they understand, the occurrence or, continuous repetition of the old events, and they also assume the future events, which is actually applicable to the problems of the contemporary issues. So that way this research is very helpful. Then developing a critical thinking. Research, basically the historical research requires a lot of critical thinking in terms of evaluating the credibility of the resources, in terms of analyzing, the complex information that is available in the form of old formats. So it actually contributes to the critical thinking. So it also helps us promote cultural awareness, preserve cultural heritage, then information decision making. It also helps us enhancing this interdisciplinary understanding. So cross-culture information, which actually historians can share by doing a lot of research, is also helpful in understanding those kind of aspects. It actually collects, contributing to the collective memory. Then it also sometimes helps us bust the myths, because sometimes many popular misunderstandings that also can be overruled with the help of the information that has been produced from the historical research. So what exactly, the role that library plays to support the research? These are the 4 important things I have listed. Basically, library is, storing a lot of primary sources which are first-hand information for any historians who is working on historical research. So for recent years, if you look at the other researchers, they actually restrict their own literature search for the last 10 years or 15 years, whereas for the historical research, they mainly depend on the primary sources of information which you can actually get from library. Okay, so then preservation, that's how we are actually professionally we do that preservation of the historical materials, and librarians and archivists are very well trained in browsing the collections of the library, tracing the information required. They can save a lot of time for the historians in getting the required information. Of course, these days we are putting great efforts in digitizing the library collections so that we can make them available. Honorable Secretary Sri Ravi was mentioning to me that now they are putting efforts in making their collection, making them online available. I was suggesting it's good to make them as part of the National Digital Library. So though you can still have a ownership here, but whoever wants to, at least you can make metadata of the collection available online, then they can search. If it is available here, they can anyway trace it here to your local server. So apart from that, there are some advantages, whatever old book, century old book, some historians, famous historians, if while, referring to any of the books, they may even write some bookmarks, side notes on the books, which can also be of some, source for any historians. So that importance we still have. And one can often trace the periods of literary fashion. Like, some historians may be interested to know what kind of literature was popular that time. If they look at the issue written statistics in the library, based on that also they can come to some kind of conclusions. Libraries' location and building structure can also shed light. Not just libraries are amazing by providing access to the knowledge, but they are also amazing in terms of their architecture, library architecture. Even, for example, our Dali Memorial Hall building, which is such a heritage building and very well maintained, that itself tells a lot of stories, okay, for the future generations if it is maintained well. And also modern significance, of course, it's still there. Modern significance, I don't know, that's what I was telling. One of the librarians was mentioning, the more we make the, information easy and accessible, more we make our library professionals invisible. So that's how it is. It's a challenging job for us, but at the same time, we are very confident that role may be changed, but profession will be there. And earlier we used to predominantly have print collections, and now we have more of online collections. We just have to manage with the hybrid collection to meet the diverse needs of the user community. So there are different sets of value that libraries can contribute towards the research and researchers. Good libraries always help institutes to recruit and retain top researchers. There is a lot of competition between institutes to attract researchers. It all depends upon the quality of the the institute that they have. Quality basically comes from quality faculty, infrastructure, funding provisions, but library also plays an important role, its own role in enhancing quality of the institute by providing having a good quality collection, having a quality staff members, providing very helpful services. We can also contribute and also help retain good research scholars. We also help, in scientific libraries, we help research scholars in preparing their grant applications. Basically, they need what kind of research has already been done and what are the knowledge gaps. Those kind of things, we are actually experts in finding those things, and we help them so that their application will have a better chance to get the funding. And libraries promote and exploit new technologies. We are always, open to the new technology. As I said, we were managing with coliforms and all. Now we have a lot of digital resources. And repositories, many places, libraries manage the institutional repositories, which are playing a great role in enhancing the visibility of the institutes. So dedicated spaces provide better work environment. For many of the scholars, even for our own students, they may find it difficult to make their own studies outside. For library, it's the best place, and we can create that conducive environment for them. And easy, as I mentioned, easy and high access to high quality content is a key foundation for good research, where libraries also playing a great role in that. Libraries are a physical manifestation of the values of the academy and scholarship. So academy and scholarship was always represented by library wherever you go. Libraries are heart of the institute, are heart of the university, we can say. So that way, it has to be preserved. And I request all the community also, please support, help preserve the library buildings, physical buildings. Of course, we'll be there in different formats, but preserving the library buildings is very important, because it actually, representation of the value of the academy and scholarship. Yeah, to conclude, I would say libraries are indispensable for historical research for all these, reasons which are listed out here. Thank you very much. Yeah, next question.